December 12th, Dr. Steve Turley on YouTube and on Rumble. He's got a good point here, even though we lost the Supreme Court. If you listen to this video, by January 6th, something big can happen. Listen to what he says.
But in the end, what the Trump team wants to do here is they want these Republican state legislatures to rise up. So we're talking, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, to rise up and seat their own electors to challenge the electors that were seated by the Secretary of State. Now, the reason why that's important is because the U.S. Constitution gives state legislatures the right to seat electors. Actually, they're given what's called plenary authority to deal with, in all situations, the time, the manner, place of any election and the seating of electors. And that's why you've had all the hearings. That's why you had the hearings starting in Gettysburg, right? And the hearings going on in Michigan and Arizona. We've had official hearings with subpoena power, I think, starting in Arizona. You had hearings in Wisconsin. All these hearings are there to give the Republican legislatures the evidence that they need to say, you know what, we believe that the integrity of this election was compromised. We are going to seat our own electors as a result. These are going to be pro-Trump electors, of course, because they'll be Republicans. And then they're going to go to Washington, D.C. and demand to have their votes. The legislators will already have, many have already sent letters to D.C. telling the Senate not to receive any electors other than that which the legislatures appoint. And then what you have is a very fascinating date, and it's January 6th. And January 6th is when the president of the Senate, Mike Pence, is supposed to certify the votes. And if this is still contested, he may most justifiably refuse to do just that, to certify those votes, to certify the electors. And then you have a fully contested election that gets thrown into the House of Representatives. And this is what Giuliani and the Trump team have wanted to do from the very beginning. They wanted the legislatures to stand up, appoint their own electors, and then either have it get sorted out in the House or have the Supreme Court rule on the side of the legislatures, because the U.S. Constitution is so clear on this that legislatures have the plenary authority to appoint electors. So it ultimately will probably get thrown into the House. And if it gets thrown into the House, this is a done deal, because then you have what are called delegates deciding the election. And what the delegates end up doing is they all get one vote. Every state gets a single vote. California gets one vote. Rhode Island gets one vote. Everyone gets one vote. And right now, as we speak, it's basically a 30-20 set, 30 Republican states to 20 Democrat states, and Trump wins re-election easily. So all of this is to say, this isn't over.